Hey, Flexinja here. Welcome to my Q&A video where I answer you guys' questions, and there's a lot of questions, so without any hesitation, I'm gonna jump right into it. How did you come up with the name Flexinja? So I played a game called Alliance of Alien Arms like 7 or 8 years ago, and for those that don't know, it's a free-to-play shooter. A lot of big names came from this game like Sabrosa and Skadoodle. I fell in love with this game. I played for a while, probably one of my favorite games, but my first name on this game was Bowflex. And I really like the name Bowflex because I worked out on the Bowflex and it just looked cool. So I eventually dropped the bow off my name and I just used the name Flex with random endings towards it. I used the name Flexify for a while, Flex IFY, and then like 12 different variations. But I eventually settled on Flexinja because it just looked cool. It looked really cool and it just felt like it just fit me. So I eventually stuck with that name, and ever since I've been just using that name. So that's how I got the name Flexinja. Your age? I am 25. Although I might not look 25, but I'm 25. Other than Thick Omen, what agent would you play? I personally like playing Sage and Skye. I think those are the most two fun agents after Omen. What's your Crosshair? I'm gonna just throw up on the screen right here. You guys can check it out. Maybe like pause the video. Yeah, that's my Crosshair. As I edit this, I forgot to mention my sense and DPI. My DPI is 800 and my sense is about 0.38 to 0.52. I like to change it up from day to day because as humans, we feel different from day to day, and I feel like it's important to adjust depending on how we're feeling. Which video are you really proud of but not that many people watched it? I'm actually proud of pretty much every single video I put out, depending if it's, you know, Valorant, Black Squad, or any other videos that I release for any other game. I'm pretty proud of all the content that I put out. I mean, it's just kind of my hobby, making videos and like sharing my memories with my friends and in-game moments with other people and having people watch it. I'll be honest, I never expected to get all these views that I have now. Never ever have I expected it. It's crazy that my hobby now turned into what I consider my career. And to that, that's nuts. So I'm really proud of all the videos that I put out, and that's exactly why I still edit my videos. I like putting out content that people can watch and they enjoy, and I like being the one that makes that content. So yeah, that's kind of my answer for that one. What is the best rifle in the game in your opinion? Vandal versus Phantom. I think the Phantom beats the Vandal in most scenarios. It's more forgiving in a short and medium range fight rather than the Vandal. If you miss the headshot within a medium short range fight, you're pretty much going to get owned by a Phantom. The Phantom has 5 more bullets, easier to control, easier to spray, and yeah, overall, better rifle is the Phantom. Vandal is just better for clips in my opinion. It's better for the one-taps, better for those long range headshots. So that's kind of where I'm at with the Vandal versus Phantom, and I think the community agrees with that too. If you would have to do a 24-hour stream with someone, who would it be? Name only one person. Ethos. Are you planning to go pro anytime soon? Because the gaming community will love to see people like you and Ethos conquer esports. I actually don't plan on going pro anytime soon. I think being a content creator is kind of what I've wanted to do for a while. I mean, I've been making videos, YouTube videos off and on for like 10 years. So it's kind of this hobby of mine turned into my career. And that's exactly what I've been wanting to do. I don't think going pro would be good for me, for my mental, because I have a lot of anxiety in my life, and being pro would just be super stressful to me, and having to play Valorant for an ungodly amount of time every single day just wouldn't be good for my mental. I like playing Valorant, I love the game, but I can't play hours and hours of Valorant every single day. I just can't do it. So I don't think I'd go pro anytime soon. I'd like just chilling with friends, having a good time, and you know, just clip hunting. I'm basically just a clip hunter. I like to do the most outlandish things with Omen and just go for crazy clips. So that's pretty much where I'm at with that. What would you be doing if YouTube didn't exist? How do you think Omen should be buffed? Okay, so here's my proposal for Omen. Alright. So if you kill someone inside your Omen smoke, you should be able to heal by eating their ass for 250 health, and I think that is the best Omen buff that I can think of, and also make his paranoia probably like 300 or something like that. That's just me. Tips on improving on this game? Crosshair placement, game sense, map knowledge, which angles to hold, da 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 ba da ba da ba da da ba da ba da da ba da 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 ba da da ba da da ding. Why are you so handsome? Me? Why do you play with high ping? Okay, sometimes I play on my EU account. I'm from North America, and I have a lot of friends from EU. So, for those that don't know, I met Average Jonas and Flights very early on into my, Valorant career, and they happen to be EU. Both of them are from EU. So, to play with them, I'd have to play on an EU account, and I love playing with them. They're my best friends, and I absolutely love playing, Valorant with them. But to play Valorant with them, I have to play on the EU account because I can't play on my NA account and get normal ping. So sometimes I play on a 130 to 180 ping, and I just suck it up and I play with them, and I have a good time with them. Sometimes I mauled because of the ping, but that's okay. I'm having a good time with them. So yeah, that's why I play on a high ping sometimes. Who is the man in Flights' YouTube profile picture? George Washington. Who's the side girl? You're Shannon. My favorite Valorant Gunskin and streamer? I'd say my favorite Valorant Gunskin has to be the Oni Phantom. I think the Oni skin collection has to be the cleanest design out of any skin collection released. I hope they make an Oni V2 for like the Vandal and the Sheriff. I think that'd be dope. Maybe a butterfly knife. That would be sick. That would be amazing. But I think that would be my favorite Gunskin, and my favorite streamer would have to be... I think I'd go with Tens. I mean, you get the best gameplay, you get no bullshit. He just plays the game at the best anyone's played the game before, and it's just entertaining to watch the best play. So I'd have to go with Tens. So as I sit here and edit this video, I feel like I didn't do that last question justice of who my favorite streamer is. If we're just talking Valorant only, it has to be Tens because he's the best, and it's always nice to watch the best perform. In terms of overall streamer, Asu, 100%. He is the chillest, he's the coldest, he is very consistent. The way that he goes for clips, his style, everything. I think he is like the perfect streamer. He's really good at FPS games, but he also dips into variety too, and that's just refreshing to see. So Asu has to be my #1 streamer overall. A runner-up has to be Masayoshi this year. One of the most wholesome people I've ever met, and his community is probably the most welcoming on Twitch. And a runner-up from Masayoshi it's Timmy. He's basically Asu's brother. They both have the same kind of blood, and I love watching all three of their streams. If I have someone stream open and I'm lurking, it's usually all three of those guys. In terms of my inspirations that got me into streaming, has to be Shroud, Summit1G, and Josh OG. I always watched their streams growing up, and I was like, damn, I want to be like them. I mean, they mainly focus on FPS games, but they dabble into variety as well, and it's exactly what I want to do with my online presence as well. So that's kind of my updated answer on my favorite streamers, because I can't just say one streamer. There's so many talented people on Twitch. So that's my updated answer. Editor Flex out. When is your merch gonna start shipping? It should ship probably mid-June, around that time. That's when they said that it was gonna ship, so that's kind of where I'm at with when it's gonna start shipping. So mid-June. What is my favorite Sheriff skin on Valorant? I personally think the Ion Sheriff goes the hardest. I think it gives you aimbot, literally. I think I hit my best clips with the Ion Sheriff. So for a runner-up, I'd have to go with Reaver, because I think the Reaver skin set is just phenomenal. So yeah, Ion Sheriff. Flex, do you warm up? And if so, how do you warm up? For aim, when I first play video games, I usually I hit up aim labs, or I hop in a deathmatch, and sometimes I just do both. I think aim labs is good to, get the gears moving, because sometimes when I, sit down on my computer first thing in the morning, or like first thing when I want a game, my reactions are just, they're Hiko old. They're boomer old. So I definitely need to grease up my muscles, and get the gears turning a little bit. So sometimes I hit up aim lab, and it's a great way to shake things loose. I also play deathmatch to get familiar with shooting in Valorant, so I kind of combine the two, and that's kind of what I do for a warm-up. Are you always confident about your shredded steps that it will be successful? Love you, by the way. Much love, appreciate you. And no, I feel like sometimes playing Omen and using his teleport aggressively. It's kind of like a gamble, and sometimes that gamble pays off and you teleport right behind the enemy, and the play looks really cool. Sometimes you teleport through like a smoke and you see 3 enemies just looking at you as you teleport in, and you go, fuck, I'm dead. But that's the beauty of playing Omen. It's kind of like a high risk, high reward playstyle, the playstyle that I play for. So I don't think that I'm super confident 100% of the time, but sometimes I just say YOLO and I just go for it, and then I just end up dying, and it makes for a good funny fail moment. Other than that, it's kind of trial and error. I kind of learn what works and what doesn't work. If I do the same TP 5 times in a row and I die 5 times over, I'm probably not going to do that in a given scenario again. You just kind of learn what works and what doesn't work over time. So yeah, experience helps. Can a person solo queue in lower elo and go up if he plays well? Will you ever make a Discord server, and what made you pick up Omen in the beta? I actually have a Discord and I'm not too active on it, and I apologize that I'm not active on it. The reason I'm not so active on my Discord is because, you know, I stream and I answer DMs. Sometimes I don't even answer DMs that much anymore. It's just, I feel like I feel overwhelmed a lot of the time, so I don't use a lot of social platforms the way that other people might. I just feel overwhelmed, so it's pretty much the only reason why I don't use my Discord too much. And I don't know. I feel like if people ask me like things on stream, I'll probably answer it. So I usually use my streaming platform as a means to connect with my audience. What made me pick up Omen in the beta? Omen, to me, there's no one like Omen in terms of, like, he has an answer for almost every scenario. He has his teleport to reposition, make plays. He has his smokes to, you know, block off enemy vision. Just help out the team cross map. He can lurk with the smokes. His ultimate's really good for outplaying, like manipulating, and it's just, there's a lot to his kit there's so much to do in every situation with Omen, and it's just a lot of fun to me. And also his character, like the design of Omen, just his whole aesthetic it's awesome. I love it. I still have fun with Omen today. If I didn't have fun playing Omen, I'd definitely play someone else, but I still have fun playing Omen. So he just he drew me in. His eyes, I love his eyes. He's cute. He's thick. I love Omen. That's all I gotta say. What is your morning routine? I actually don't have any routines in life, and that's probably why I feel so lost sometimes. I definitely need to work on getting a schedule, you know, a stream schedule, upload schedule, because then I could make a routine around that and my life would be a whole lot better and less messy. No routine as of right now. I wish I had one, but I think in the future I will definitely create a schedule and a routine, and if that happens, I'll let you guys know. I feel like a mess. That's all you gotta know. Since when and where you learn Omen? Since when? When Valorant first came out. Where? On Valorant. What is the worst weapon in Valorant? So I'm gonna take this question in 2 ways. So the actual worst weapon in Valorant, I feel like, is the Stinger. I feel like it's very underwhelming now after its nerf. And I think the worst weapon for Valorant is the Judge, because that gun is just so overpowered, and I feel a little sad that the only thing they're nerfing with the Judge is the price. So they're gonna make it from 1600 to 1850. And I feel like they're not going to change any stats, and it's still going to be pretty broken. So yeah, I think the Judge is pretty overpowered in my opinion. How many skins have you purchased on Valorant? At least 3. I'd have to go with a solid 3. Is Avergay Jonas really your dad? Yes. Who are the best 5 players in NA? I'd probably have to go with like a solid Tens, Shazam, Sick, Zoms, and probably Dapper. Yeah, probably all 5 of those guys. I don't know if they're in the same team or whatnot, but they're probably the best in NA. Most versatile. Hold on. Versatile. Okay, most versatile agent. I feel like Omen, without trying to be biased, is the most versatile. His kit just seems to have an answer to most things, and there's not many agents like him to have just most of those answers. So I'd have to go with Omen. I could be biased. If you guys have any other Thoughts on the most versatile agent? Leave a comment down below of who you think is the most versatile and why. If Omen didn't exist, which agent would you choose to main? I probably wouldn't exist. If you could go abroad and live there for the rest of your life, which country would it be and why? I've never left the United States, and I'd have to visit a certain place before I decide if I could live there for the rest of my life, so I'm not too sure. But the places that in life that I would love to visit would probably be, this is within the United States, but Hawaii, probably the Philippines. I've seen gorgeous vlogs in the Philippines, and it just looks beautiful. I would love to travel, realistically just travel the world at one point and just like get a feel for what's on this rock that we all live on. Because staying in one place for the rest of your life when we could all be exploring this big ass rock that we live on just sounds more entertaining than just sitting in a room. So yeah, hopefully I can travel in the future and explore a little bit because I want to do that. Do you play any sports or do you work out? As of right now, I don't work out a lot because I just have pain in my body that I need to get checked, like a pain in my heel from running. I have pain in my calf that I need to get checked. So basically I don't work out if my body tells me not to work out, and I just gotta get my body checked out for a few issues with pain. On top of that, do I play any sports? I don't really play sports. I've never really played sports in my life, team sports that is. Usually if I play sports, it's just with friends, like if we play basketball or volleyball just for fun. Other than that, I used to compete in Spartan races. The races are all running races. It can be 3 miles to 32 miles. So I've ran some marathons up in the mountains before. Usually they're in tough terrain areas, so up in mountains. And they can range from like 20 obstacles to 70 obstacles depending on the length of the race. If you guys don't know what a Spartan race is, I highly recommend you guys go check it out on YouTube, what a Spartan race is. They're a lot of fun, and they're tough. I'm not gonna lie, they're really tough. It's really physically and mentally challenging to do these races, but that was like probably 2 years of my life where I was competing in those races. And yeah, probably like the pinnacle of my my physical life. And I wish I could still compete in them. I really do. They're a lot of fun. Go check them out. How was your high school and education? Okay, so my high school, I got a 3.0 in high school. I was your average ABC student. Nothing crazy with the grades. I didn't really apply myself, didn't really do sports. I was socially awkward, very nervous person, anxious all the time. I had a lot of depression in high school. I was addicted to League of Legends. I feel like once you're addicted to video games, especially if you're going through like high school, you're gonna lack social skills. You're gonna lack a lot of the skills that I feel like the average person has, and it's gonna be uncomfortable if you are addicted to video games. That was just my experience. I feel like people can be addicted to video games and actually function like a normal person, but that wasn't me. I wasn't. I feel like I didn't function like a normal person. High school to me was a big blur, and I felt like I just existed in high school. So moving on to college, I did 2 years of college for general studies. And college for me, although I didn't do anything past college after those 2 years, I don't even have a job through college. I just make YouTube videos and I'm on Twitch. I feel lucky to even say that. But college for me, although I didn't do anything with it, those 2 years, I found myself a lot, and I found the confidence that I never thought I had inside myself. So I think that's the most important takeaway from the 2 years of college. I was a 3.6 student, so I got A's and B's. I made the dean's list every semester, so I did a lot better grade-wise. But for college, for me, college was definitely an eye-opener in terms of finding my self-confidence. So I don't regret anything educational-wise in the past. High school and college, they served their purpose, and it pretty much made me the person I am today. So without those experiences in high school and college, I wouldn't be here today. So yeah. Any views on children who leave studies just for gaming? Okay, so this is a really important question, and here's my take on it. Life is really short. If you're truly passionate about it and you truly want it, 100% go for that gaming career. However, I came about my success because gaming and uploading, content on like YouTube, it was a hobby of mine for the past 10 years, off and on. I was never truly consistent with it. I've been just recording my gameplay capturing funny moments with friends, uploading highlights to YouTube, cool clips, and something to look back on just as a hobby, and I feel like that's important. I turned my hobby into what I now consider my gaming career, which is actually just insane. I feel like luck and timing has a big part to do with it. You know, when Valorant dropped, I was doing some off-meta Omen plays, people loved it, and that's kind of how I built up my name so far. And I'd like to go beyond that, you know, get more into variety in the future. But I think the average person should not give up everything in their life just to game and try and make it their career. I feel like it's important to have it as a hobby, and then if you make anything out of it, then you can transition it into a career. I feel like the average person, you know, if you're 12 and 13 years old and you want to make gaming your career and you want to make money through gaming, if you're going in with the mindset of I want to make money through playing video games, that's like the wrong mindset to have. If you're trying to make just money solely off of gaming, I feel like you're in the wrong mindset wise, and I don't know, it just doesn't make sense if you're just playing games for money. And I feel like a lot of people fail because they have that mindset of I need to grind on Twitch, I need to grind on YouTube to make money. That's the wrong mindset. I would have quit years ago if I went in with that mindset. It was just a hobby of mine. I had fun with it, and it's crazy that my hobby now turned into a career. So that's kind of my 2 cents on it. So the average person, the average child, stay in school. Just do your, you know, school, work, whatever. But game on the side, edit videos, make content on the side. Just have fun with it. That's all I gotta say. Watch the video done on your journey into esports. I'm in a rough place and I honestly don't know what to do. I'd like to ask for your advice on how to make it into gaming as a profession. It's the one passion that I have I feel like I could actually succeed at. Thanks for being an inspiration. So here's the thing, you're in a rough place and you don't know what to do. I was in that very similar place of not knowing what to do. My mental was shattered. But the biggest thing is I just never gave up. You can temporarily give up, and like that's fine. If you feel like you're going 20 steps backwards, that's completely fine. That's literally life. Life is a roller coaster. You can't always be riding the upward slope. So I personally think you have to just go through those shitty moments in life. You have to weather the storm. It might suck. It might suck. It will suck. But just to not give up is super important. Although it might take everything that you have inside of you to just not give up. I think it's really important to just keep pressing forward, because I never imagined myself to be in the position I am today had I give up, like had I given up. So I think it's really important to just keep on going no matter what life is throwing at you. And you know, for me, gaming has been a hobby, and it's something that kept my mind off of things, making videos, memories with friends, just hunting for clips in games. It's always been a passion of mine. I didn't care about the money, but now that I'm in the spotlight right now that I'm in, the money comes. And it's like, I never thought that, you know, just doing the thing that I love to do would actually make me money. So I feel lucky that I'm in this position. I never felt like I deserve it. I don't know. Valorant was new. It was a game from, you know, it's a game from Riot, and Riot's a very good company. I love League of Legends, and you know, I love FPS games all my life. So I started making videos on Valorant and randomly blew up. I put my 2 weeks in FedEx and I am here now. So just not giving up and just keeping at what I want to do in life is, I think that just defined me pretty much. Just not giving up. Never. And on top of that, I always get questions from people, you know, how do I make money in streaming? How do I make money making YouTube videos? If I were to ask that same question to me 10 years ago about how to make money on YouTube and like, you know, streaming, I probably would have given up. I was making no money. I made no money for years making videos. It's what I wanted to do. It's my passion to just create content online. If I was in it for the money, I would have given up a long time ago. It just naturally happened to the point where I got a lot of traction, I got a lot of views on my videos, to the point where I'm actually living comfortably with, you know, just doing the same thing that I used to do. It's crazy how that just can come into fruition. just because I never gave up, just because I always believed in my hobby. So I'd say just keep on doing you, keep on pressing forward, don't give up, even if it sucks. It will suck, but I promise you that life does get better. Would you say you're addicted to video games, and if yes, is that a bad thing? So first off, I think all addictions are bad. Obviously there's some addictions that are just far worse than other addictions, such as like, you know, drugs versus coffee. I'm definitely addicted to coffee. I wake up and the first thing on my mind is go get a coffee from Starbucks. So that's one addiction that I definitely have. But when it comes to video games, I don't think I'm addicted anymore. I used to be addicted in high school when I played League of Legends. When I first wake up, I'd play League of Legends before school. Sometimes I've even skipped school as many times as I could to go play League of Legends. I'd be playing like, you know, 12, 14-hour days. I wouldn't even sleep. I'd be sleeping in class. And then, yeah, it was just overall a miserable time in my life playing League of Legends and just being so addicted to it. So, as of right now, I'm definitely not addicted to video games. I don't wake up with the urge to play video games right off the bat as I used to. And I think it is a problem when you are addicted to video games because you ruin your relationships, your health goes down, you might not eat properly. So I think being addicted to video games is a problem, as I was once addicted to video games myself. So basically, what are my parents' thoughts of my YouTube and my Twitch career? I feel like they don't really understand it too much, but they know I'm smart enough to make a living out of what I'm doing. And for that, they both said they're really proud of me, you know, to find my own path and like do what I want to do in life, and they're just happy for me. So it's amazing hearing those words like from my dad and like my mom that they're actually proud of me. So I'm very blessed to be in the position I am today. So I appreciate anyone that supported me so far, and we're only getting started. Realistically, it's only been like a year since I've got my name out there. So thank you guys, appreciate you.